Hi everyone, this is Jason from Metal Flats. Today I'm going to rank the entire Suicidal Angels discography from Getting the Bin Tier all the way up to From Here to Eternity. From its release, I will try to pick up two highlights songs. I will try to stay away from the obvious hits. Right, we're gonna kick things off with 2007's debut album called Eternal Domination. This album hits hard with raw, unpolished thrash songs. You can hear the band's influences, which are from the 80s Bay Area thrash bands. The riffs are fast, the energy is aggressive, showing a band that is eager to make their mark through the rough production, and some songs feel slightly less memorable than other stronger cuts. For me, the highlights will be Crematory and Vomit on the Cross. For me, this is a solid B tier release, really good start for the band. 2009, we see the release of Sanctify the Darkness. This is their second album. It shows the band tightening up their songwriting and stepping into a more focused, aggressive thrash style while recording outside Greece with a real producer for the first time. It's clearer and stronger than the debut album with fast riffs, and a songwriting that has a better structure. Although a few songs feel quite the same formula, the overall release is more confident thrash album that builds on the roots without any low points. For me, highlights will be Apokathylosis and Beyond the Laws of Church. This one's a solid A release. 2010, we see the release of Dead Again. This one continues the strong trajectory from the previous album. Dead Again keeps the speed and aggression high while adding sharper riffs and more consistent songwriting. There's not much reinvention here, but it's part of the point. Suicidal Angels double down on strengths of their style. Some listeners find the sound slightly repetitive across the tracks, but as an energetic thrash album, it's a rarely let up. Comparing this to the previous releases is a consistent and tighter than the earlier works. But the band still remains traditional to their thrash boundaries. Highlights will be Reborn in Violence and Beggar of Scorn. Let's see. I'm just gonna put it on a B tier. Bloodbath saw the release in 2012. This one, the band here begins to make a more of a name for themselves internationally, charting in Germany and Austria. The tracks are solid, the production is absolutely fantastic, and the band sounds quite sharp on their songcraft. The riffs are still fast and aggressive. The band here sounds more confident and powerful. A few tracks maybe they sound too similar to each other, but overall the quality and the consistency has improved vastly when comparing this to their previous releases. As stated, strong production, tighter sound, and just international recognition. For me, highlights will be Chaos, The Curse is Burning Inside, and Torment Payback. For me, this is a solid From Here to Eternity release. 2014, we see the release of Divide and Conquer. This album continues the band momentum and keeps the thrash intensity high with structured songs and balanced speed with memorable riffs. The mix is solid, the performance feels confident, though some songs blend together if you listen straight through. The band here plays with some tempos as well, which is great. Still a strong entry in their catalogue, and it just shows that the band can keep the quality consistent throughout the albums. Highlights for me will be March Over Blood and the 8-minute epic song White Wizard. For me, this is a solid A-tier release. Division in Blood saw the light in 2016. This is the band's 6th album. It does see a lineup change. The band stays focused on the reliable thrash formula with clear production and strong playing from the entire band. The writing remains fast and aggressive, though a few listeners might note that the band isn't taking huge stylistic risks here. It's very much like a classic thrash album done really, really well, rather than some radically new bands. Still good performances, solid production that makes a worthwhile in listen. Highlights for me will be Capital of War and Division of Blood. For me, this is a solid A-tier release. Years of Aggression. Here the band maintains their formula while tightening their songwriting and upping the production quality even more. The album delivers powerful, moshable thrash tracks that are catchy but still heavy, and this album charted better international than many of their earlier releases. Some people love how direct and energetic this band is, though others feel that the overall sound can be a bit uniform if you're looking for variety. Perhaps this is the most polished album and internationally noticed album up to this point, with strong hooks. For me, highlights will be Bloody Ground and Endless War. For me, this is another solid A-tier release album. Which brings us up to the latest release, which is 2024's Profane Prayer. This album marks the Suicidal returns to Nuclear Blast Records. I believe the second album, Sanctify the Darkness, was released via Nuclear Blast Records as well. This album brings the same fast, aggressive thrash style songs with refined production and confident performances. The songs hit hard and the energy stays high, though in places the band sticks closely to the Suicidal Angel sound rather than branching out. This album is great from start to finish. As stated before, it does contain some modern production, and the band's tried something new here. You can hear some varied instrumentation and instruments being used throughout the album. For me, the highlights here will be Deathstalker and Purified by Fire. For me, this is a solid From Here to Eternity release. So there you have it, the entire Suicidal Angels discography, ranked from Get in the Bin all the way up to From Here to Eternity. Till next time, stay heavy.